G'day traders, Sam here. Today is Tuesday the 28th of November and I'm going to look at INJ because it's still holding up well and I just want to know why. So looking at this macro chart, it is still pretty strong and I'll give you my dilemma in terms of trying to analyze this. We've got our 1-2 wave, 2 to 3 could be significant. This could also be on the bigger time frame, have 1, 2, and 3. Potentially 3 is still a strong move. 4, 5, whatever it is. So I'm looking for a strong 2 to 3 move still to continue. However, on the shorter time frame, we got this. We have the bump and run structure. We have the fulcrum set up, and the fulcrum pretty much finishes here. That's where the fulcrum finished. Okay. This does look like a 3 and 4 wave on the short time frame. And so when we look at this 8 wave extension with Fibonacci, it really matches the previous all-time high just by doing this wave 1 to 2 to 4. And we get the Fib extension 1, which is usually the general target, but it's gone beyond that. And now we hit the 1.272. So I'm in a dilemma, and this is a 3-day chart. So when we look at it from an indicator perspective, we have our crossover. So the bearishes are starting to kick in. However, do we continue on? Now this is my dilemma here. If we're going close, my golden ratio, if I take the top, the golden ratio is somewhere in the middle of it all. But if I take it to these wicks, to the body of this level, you can see the golden ratio potentially acting as support, which sort of is here. So previous resistance, we've broken above it and it's playing support. So I like this idea that we use this reference non-log, and you can see how that lines up with certain areas with if I was to enable logging. So if that's the case, this could be a strong support. And it's also, if it's a case, and we drop below it, it's definitely going to go down. And that's our ABC correction. So right now on the 12-hour, we see something bullish here. It's holding up. And on a smaller time frame, if I was to go to the 8-hour, just to look at that level, we put on a different hat. And we see that this is a trend line that's broken. It's retesting it. If it fails, if it comes down, then I would say that, yep, that is topping off structure. So what we have here is potentially either reaccumulation or distribution. So our buying climax was here. We've got our automatic retest. And you can see I'm expecting slightly a high. Our liquidity is there. Previous liquidity there. So this level is liquidity. And I'm expecting this to come. And it could probably go even higher. And that will give us our Wyckoff structure. Something like that. And then that will be our topping off structure, potentially. So be aware of this Wyckoff distribution. And if I have it, let's see if it's here, something like that. So we've got the early phase. We might get this up thrust, or this one here, or that. There's another model to this, and I'm looking at it from that perspective. And it's too early to short, but I want to see take this out for liquidity and look at the response on the smaller time frame, maybe on the 1-hour. I think the bottom's done. We had our liquidity hunt there, and that's why we've got the move to the upside. We're going to range in this area, and based on this trend line, I do feel like this is going to go higher. At the moment, maybe a bit further lower, come down here, and then we might get the support. So we'll just get that and then start moving up. And this is where we're going to have problems potentially. It can still come back down, or it just keeps going strong, and then look for these levels here because of this here. Hopefully that makes sense. Let's just clean that up a bit. So we're ranging, and our golden ratio pockets there. So we just want that to be taken out to be comfortable and set a response, and that will be a nice level, roughly where it is right now, to go long potentially. But having it here is a good entry as well. Previous support, so we can see that level is previous support aligned with this level that I just eyed. And that's about it. So I do feel like this is a topping off structure. If we lose this neckline, yeah, it is distribution. As I said, it might not go further higher. But the structure, the golden ratio is here. And so this peak line of $14.50 is very important, very critical. If we lose that, it's starting to break down. And I'll take profit. I'm thinking of taking profit as we think about this now. I've been holding on injective for a while, a deep, a 5-wave count down before we go up. The other bullish scenario is that this continues up, gets our 3, we get our 4 in that sense. And therefore I would expect more somewhere up there. So let's have a look at that potential. I'm not sure, guys, but Bitcoin is approaching a major resistance, which is a Fibonacci. Let's see, where is it? Let's just do this for a sec. So a 0.618 is there, 43k. Another another way of looking at it is the 0.618 is there, which is about 39k. And if we don't continue to go up and we come back down, then I'll be looking at 25k or this trend line, macro trend line.
There you have it. Please give Sam a like, share, and subscribe to his channel to support him for doing more of these posts.